All right, welcome everyone to our business training. And my name is Sylvie Dago. I'm one of the leaders in our Inspired Dream Builders, Dream Builders page and on Team Success Health Revolution. So we're all a big global business, and that's why I like put it out to the bigger business, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been wondering about these things. So this is a big reason why I kind of spearheaded getting Steve and Camille on board. And as leaders, if you guys are really kicking butt in some of those topics, please step out and make a presentation. Because we can all learn from everybody. So just putting that out there. Now today we're going to so maybe I should introduce, I never introduced myself really. So I've been in Isagenix for 7 years. I've been engaging in the business side the last 4 years, maybe it's 5, I can't even tell anymore. And I got myself to executive, or my husband's placement to executive. Now I'm working on mine. And if you've ever run a brick and mortar business, there are certain things that we all need to do to make our monthly income, right? Just pay the bills and make bring in money. So that's why I talk to them. We do MITs all the time, and we just need the business side because we need to treat this as a business, right, everyone? So if we don't treat it as a business, it's not going to pay us as a business. And there are things like if you got onto the recording for the reports and the combing of the tree, oh my gosh, if you have been doing this for a couple of years or even 6 months, there's some massive stuff happening in your downline that you probably don't even know about, that you've never put there. So anyways, but today, and if you have launched this, I want to hear from you afterwards. Maybe you can add to this, maybe we can improve it. But the thing is that I've only done this once with another team, and it was so massive. And I've never been able to recreate it again until, we really need to be all working together to create that business boost, right? Because it's based on what I do to what Ankh does, and Jamie, I don't think Jamie and Lori and Gary, it's based on what everybody does, like collectively, especially for any kind of product launch. Because if we get lots of sales, it's going to boost everybody, right? We might not be on the same leg, but it probably going to affect us somewhere. So that's what we want to do. Every time there's a big, like a product launch, seasonal shake, maybe together we'll create a formula to use every time. Hey, Beverly. So I got a little presentation here for you guys. Hold on. I had to put all my thoughts on paper. Where is it? All right. So launching your product so preparing the team for a product launch. And funny enough, has everybody heard that there's going to be a product launch next week? Has everybody heard that? There's a seasonal shake coming out next week. So this is more than perfect. So like I was saying, I did this with another team. I just ran and I just followed what they were doing. And for me, it gave me a 5-cycle bonus, and it helped I was able to help a couple people become consultants. So this is what we're doing, and you have to be on top of it. So like starting right now. So the first thing we are going to talk about is compliance and our social media and rules. Because even though, I don't know what it's like now, but before, you know, headquarters didn't want us to say anything on social media. So we had to kind of, not put it out to the world, but you could still say, like, get your teams on board to, like, get them excited about something that was coming up. So if you kind of wait too late, it loses its momentum. So that's why, like, right now is perfect. And so I don't know if the rules still apply, like I was saying, for compliance, but we can say within our teams that, maybe you shouldn't say it on social media, but you can certainly start talking to everybody around you that you have been talking to let them know that something's coming down, and you might want to make an order or try it. Or so that's where, number two, notifying your teams in advance. So like right now, we know something is possibly being launched on Tuesday, as it's it's a seasonal shake coming out. Nobody knows what flavor it is, but you definitely want to get some because it's always good, right? So sending out your emails, your text messages, I put, anybody you're talking to saying, hey, I know we've been talking about it, Isagenix, and you're kind of, maybe on the fence. Would you like to maybe try the new seasonal shake that's coming out? It's a kiwi lime, and I can order it for you. So building up, orders, and that's sort of jumping down. But, just imagine, like, you have never hit your 5-cycle bonus, or maybe you have done your 2 5-cycle bonuses and you're close, you haven't gotten your 10-cycle bonus. This is something that can rank advance and create those bonuses for everybody if everybody's collectively working together in the teams, right? So it goes straight up. And that's where, like, if you have lots of orders, you can help somebody by putting it underneath them, and that's sort of like a little bit of strategy down at the bottom. So we do the plan. So looking at maybe our teams, who's really moving, where are they sitting right now? What would they, what would they need to, you'd have to look at this on Monday, but like say next Wednesday, and you've been talking and getting everybody, okay, the seasonal shake is coming out. We don't know what it is. Super exciting. Get your people ready. It's going to be launched on Monday, and you can't order it till Monday or Tuesday at noon. And so you get people motivated and excited. Then on Tuesday, like when we know, or Monday when we know the flavor, you're like, okay, this is the flavor. Now start, let everybody know. Get them ready to order right away because it sells out in 2 days. Talk to somebody. So you start looking at people who are going to run with you, and then like creating the excitement, sending out the reminders. Then it's like I was saying, reaching out to your prospects or people you're talking to, taking orders. Now I know a lot of I know some people who take a lot of orders, and what they do is they basically, so this is what I recommend that my team does. If you're going to take orders, you take the person's name, address, and credit card. So it's going to be sent to their house, right? You don't want everything coming to your house unless like you have people who are, neighbors around you who are going to come and pick it up. So I always do, like if it's somebody, like I'm talking to some of my friends in the United States, obviously I'm not going to put it in under mine and send it to them. I'm going to get their information and send it. But I can take that order and I can collect those single orders and I can put them underneath one of my friends or one of my teammates that has like maybe you know, who has a pirate, who just has one person is looking to create a second order. If they have like a spouse or somebody, they can just put the orders underneath. So there's a little bit of strategy you could do. Like obviously you have to create an account for that. But if you can get them $170, you know, for now, because you have that that bonus, then it's kind of worth that maybe $39. You have to make a judgment call on creating that account. So reaching out to prospects, and like I was just mentioning down here, don't become the Avon lady. Like, get their information, have it sent straight to their house, and you know, have them accountable. That's what I recommend to people. I'm like, don't be putting orders in for people like under your credit card. No, you don't go chasing money. You really have to decide what your standards are in your business. So if you want to be that person, be super nice, chase the money, deliver the products, go ahead. But that's what you're getting into. If you're, you know, for me, that's not the type of business that I want to build. So I take this for all, like any of those seasonal shakes. And just create the urgency behind the product, like behind the product. Now I have on our second page, we have promotional ideas that are happening right now. And I didn't put in, so we have next week, the seasonal shake. If you have American teammates, the try release is going to be launched in the US on the 17th. So getting them excited about it. If you haven't tried it yourself in Canada, I highly recommend getting yourself a canister. It's absolutely amazing and it tastes so good. And then we have the kids seasonal shakes. So within your teams, like doing a family challenge, I've seen that on some teams. So now you have products for kids. It's perfect. Parents get healthy, kids get healthy, and it's a beautiful marriage with the products. And then we have celebration. As we know, if you have somebody who's super engaged right now, looking at getting them, I think to the 15th of September, it's still at $149. So getting the early bird ticket for them. And then I've already, like lots of teammates are already securing Airbnb big houses in Salt Lake that are dirt cheap. So thinking about that. And that's pretty much what I have. Now I'm completely opening it up to you guys. Like Ankh, you said that you've done it before. Do you have anything that is different or we can add, or so that's pretty much what I've done, and I'd love to hear from you guys.
Thank you so much, Sylvie, for stepping out here. That's really some great ideas. I must admit, I haven't done the placement under somebody else's team for the order and then paid for the membership myself. Is that what you were saying?
No, not yourself. Like, yeah, that's a tough one. I guess if you'd have to talk to them about.
I guess so, right? I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so one of the things that, couple of things that I have done. So I also did the Blitz, but I usually waited until I knew which shake flavor it was, right? Especially for prospects. For team, I did it couple of days earlier, and then I went live in my little Facebook group that I have with all the people who once were interested or are still part of my team. And even if they expire, it doesn't matter. If you go into your own Facebook group live and talk about it, usually a lot of people jump on. right? And that's where you can create a lot of excitement too, and you know, and making it a mystery. And yeah, you know how awesome all these shakes are all the time, you know. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up and make sure you're not missing out on it, and it will be another awesome flavor. And sometimes we get some hints. So I don't know, did you make this up with a lime flavor, or?
No, I just, yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be funny? Like,
but it sticks.
lemon key lime or something.
Yeah.
I could totally do that. But yeah, that's good. Like Facebook Lives in your groups are so powerful, and getting people excited there. Does anybody else have any additions?
I'm also very sorry. There's one more thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
I'm also very successful with sending out text messages, not through email necessarily, but more through cell phones.
Yeah, so that's
like
why
on the mobile device. Yeah, and I'm not sure if any of you are using the Design Studio. But I'll be probably checking out the Design Studio on Sunday or something like that, or Monday. And I know it's also a holiday in the US, but you know, usually there you get some really cool images, and then you can add that to your text. Because verbal and video, or like the visual and the verbiage, both are like, images are even more powerful, right? And if it looks really yummy, then yeah.
Are you is that through the ISA sales tools or the ISA Life?
And if you go into your back office under resources, there's the Design Studio, and you have to subscribe to it same way as you subscribe to ISA Tools to Go. And it's a similar price. And then they have images there for all sorts of different things. And there's one little, there's one little button there that says new. So when it comes now to the new shake flavor or whatever, hit that button first and see if there's any new images about the new seasonal shake that might be coming out. And they sometimes give you verbiage on it, but you can then make it your own too.
Ooh, that's great.
And you can use it for Instagram or for Twitter or for whatever. Like, you can size it and really make it your own. Okay.
All right,
Barbara.
Sorry,
that's it.
Do you have?
Yeah, I just noticed last month, or our last seasonal shake, I couldn't do, they had to have an order, right? Like, it has to be an associate. You can't have a retail order for the seasonal shakes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I encouraged people. I'm like, so get a subscription just for the shake. And now they've ordered more. So I really like that Isagenix has limited to associates only, because then I get to be very excited about, this is only for special people. You have to be special to get this shake. Not just anybody can get this shake, and really make it elite, right? That's what works for me.
So if they're a preferred customer, they can't see it. They can.
No, sorry. I'm 14 years. I call everybody an associate.
Okay.
You have to be a customer, because before you could just buy retail, right?
Yeah. Got it. That's true.
Everybody's an associate in my world.
That's right. So yes, you have to have an account, and it's only under the place order section. That's the only place you can find new stuff. And you know what? Funny enough, I did not know that for years. And I was like, where's this stuff? Where do I find this? And then I just happened upon it. And then somebody's like, yeah, that's where they all go. I was like, oh. So, you know what?
And did you guys, did you see the shake flavor that's coming up on Tuesday?
No.
Oh.
No. Do you know it? Oh.
Well, this is one of the perks of being in CEO's group with Susan Sly, right? One of her executives. It was posted this morning.
Oh, really? Okay, so let's talk about perks. Okay, guys, like we always talk about executive. And there's two additional perks besides all the bonus stuff. One of them is being able to see all the information in your team down, like emails and phone numbers, contact information. Okay, so that's pretty powerful when you're trying to reach out to people, like when you're combing your tree. So being executive gives you that extra information. I'm sure it gives you other stuff, but that is golden. And the second one, because we're all on the same team under Susan, you get into her exclusive CEO roundtable group. So that's for executives only. As soon as you hit executive, you're in there. And that's where like Barbara Lee and that's where she brings all the stuff down for us and does some very exclusive training. And when I went for executive, that was one of my goals, was to be in there with all the executives. So whatever drives you, but being in there is a pretty powerful place to be sitting with all these ladies like Barbara Lee and the millionaires in the company. So if you need a good goal and a motivator to get you to executive, those are two good things. And then plus the bonuses are always good. Oh, Jimmy?
It's actually Lori. Jimmy's my husband, but I didn't realize I was logged into his account. So I'm Lori. I'm on Susan's team.
Oh.
And I had, and I saw this in the CEO group, so thank you.
Oh, you're there? Excellent.
So just a bunch of things, like yes, get to the incentive to get to executive, but then also my understanding is 2-star, you see different things in your reports.
Yes. Yeah, there's a bunch of extra reports that you can get. And honestly, I don't think they're like, if you're just building a business, they're not going to mean too much until you get to that point.
Right. So, yep. So just a couple of reminders, like someone already mentioned, in the US, it is a holiday weekend. So I think we almost have to feel obnoxious when we're promoting the seasonal shake, because so many people are going to, we really need to hit it on email and Facebook and text for our team, because so much is going to get missed or fall through the cracks. And then the other thing I wanted to ask about or see how people handle, I love the idea of putting it where team members need volume to cycle. How do you handle shipping? And I know our back reports can see who has ISA delivery, but when you're taking those orders for outside people, do you promise them no shipping? And because I have ISA delivery, so I could drop ship it, but if I put it in someone else's accounts, they're going to pay shipping.
I don't even say it it's shipped to their house.
Okay.
And I think one canister might be $6
for shipping.
Yeah, I don't even talk about that. I'm just
okay.
If you want an order, this is what you have to do. You have to give me your information, your address, and your credit card, and I'll have it sent to your house.
Right.
Usually that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
And people would assume they're going to pay shipping. And I like that idea, because I could help several people on my team cycle, and then extra volume just fills in where needed. So some people might get free shipping and some might.
Yeah.
And so it said in the post this morning that there's a limit of 3.
Oh, right.
Person. So there is no drop shipping and stuff like we've been able to do before.
Oh, well, that's going to limit a lot of people. But usually we couple that with the fact that if you get 6, you get 10% off. None of that?
But you can only order 3.
Oh, 3 shake. Okay, so you can mix it. I forgot to mention that. A lot of, we mentioned, you can get 6 and get 10% off. So you can get 3 of those and 3 of the other flavors and stuff like that. That's another thing, to get 10% off if you get 6. But you can only get 3 of the seasonal shakes.
Yeah, I never say 10% off. I say when you order 6, you get free shipping. Because that's what it's equivalent to, really. And then people go, oh, I get free shipping? That's what I say, just because they go 10% off of what? Because they don't know what the price is. I say when they order 6, they get free shipping. I never say 10% off.
Oh, that's a great one. I love it, Barbara Lee. Okay, I'm going to start using that. Okay.
That's brilliant.
But no, go ahead. Who jumped out?
That's just me, Anke. It's brilliant with the free shipping. I love that. Barbara Lee, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's
You're
good.
awesome.
I like that too. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of little notes here. Thank you, ladies. Okay, so it is 1:45. We've hit our 30 minutes. This is powerful. I love this. So what I can do is whoever's on here, whoever's signed up for this. So that's what I mean. Like, this is kind of exclusive. If you want to get this information, get your people signed up for all of them, and they'll get this one plus the other two that we've already done, plus everything moving forward. Because I don't know, I like it being exclusive. If people really want to get this information, they should be engaging in it. And that's kind of how I look at it. But this is awesome. And I'll revamp this little text here to add some of the notes that I took. And so that design studio Ankh was a good one. I'm gonna look into that. Under resources, I like the special people. So they have to have an account, and the seasonal shakes and the Facebook lives, and use your texts. And if you can find, I just downloaded like a free text, so you can make groups in there. So you can text a bunch of people, or if it downloads your Facebook, your Gmail groups. So if you have all your team in Gmail, you can just easily send them a quick text. So and like I said, if you're an executive, you can get everybody's text message. So that's why sitting down and do like maybe a couple hours of just gathering information from people in your team might be worth it. Like combing through your back office and looking at some people's, maybe they're not active anymore, but they have a bunch of people who are underneath them still ordering. Those people need to know too. So. All right. Well, thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend, everybody. Woo! And let's rock this, right? Where do you want to be at the end of next week in your cycles?
Thank you, Sylvie. You're awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.